Welcome to the Local Vibe podcast, unscripted, it's uncensored, the real deal straight up music talk. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook.
This is dedicated to the local musicians of Denver, Colorado. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show.
Always gonna have a little applause, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody tuning in here. Today is Thursday, June 11th, and my gosh, I have been super swamped and super busy. And I apologize for not getting more episodes here, but I have a very special guest in the house tonight, and we're going to be talking about some really cool instrument cabs that this gentleman builds, crafted, built by hand, crafted cabs. And that's why I have this third camera here that you guys are about to see, because I got a special prize for you here behind us. But so thank you very much, everyone, for continuing to support this channel, continuing to support the local vibe. I definitely appreciate that, and appreciate the sponsors out there that have been supporting the channel: Flashjam, Event and Airport Transportation. And without further ado, man, I'm gonna bring you guys and introduce you to my next guest here, which is going to be Mr. Joe Wilkins. Joe, say hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. And so Joe, so thank you for driving down here in southern Denver. You're out of Thornton, is that what you said? Okay. Yes, sir. So Thornton's kind of north part of Denver, and I appreciate you coming down here. And yeah, we get look at this coffin we have laying here in the back. Check this baby out. It looks nice, and we'll be able to talk a little bit more about that too. So. Joe, so if you would, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background?
So I've been a metal musician for a very, very, very long time. I have a lot of amplifiers, a lot of cabinets, and I set out to make cabinets because I couldn't find one that I was absolutely in love with. And I mean, I have vintage stuff, I have brand new stuff, and everything just seems to fall a little bit short.
Okay. For your expectation of what you want. Okay. Gotcha.
My first design is a slanted diagonal 212.
Okay.
I call it a fatty cab. It's kind of a joke with, what's it called? I can't think of the brand name right now, but they have a fat boy cab. That's Zilla. Zilla has a fat boy cab, and I didn't want to pay the duty tax and the import fee to buy one.
They're expensive, man. Yes.
So I made my own.
Okay. That's how you leaped into it, huh? Nice.
Yes,
all right.
It's been a couple years in the making.
Okay.
I don't know why I decided to actually just jump head in, go for it.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And now you also have, you got a Facebook page with all kinds of, pictures of your products and stuff that I'm watching here. I'll show the audience here in a few minutes, but you also, do you build these custom made for people, like custom orders as well? Okay.
So this coffin behind me is actually for my friend and client, Gilly in the Mist.
Okay.
It's her Facebook handle, Instagram handle. She's like, I want a spooky gothic vibe bass cab that I can move around.
Something that's not too big, that's so super heavy, right? Yeah. And this is kind of a medium size. What is it, 210s?
Yeah, it's a 210 900 watt cabinet.
Okay.
So,
and then you got the LED lights around it as well. Nice. Mm-hmm. And then this one's ready. You plug in a bass amp or even a guitar amp, right? That you could probably put in there. And yeah, nice. In terms of your speakers, what do you have? What are you using for speakers?
So, I'm not really limited on what I can use because I'm not associated with one brand or the other. So I use anything from Celestine to Eminence to Jensen. These are actually Eminence Canna bases in this cab. The 412 I just built actually has 2 Eminence speakers and 2 Celestines in it. And I was a V30 guy for a long time. Like I have 11 V30 cabinets.
Nice.
And the new Eminence Carnivore just has me hooked.
Huh.
I'm addicted.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So, and Joe, you said you're also a musician, right? And you're doing the heavy metal. What's the name of the band that you're currently in now? Or
So I play in the Goat Hill Massacre.
okay.
Right. We have been that since 2016.
Okay.
So,
and can I find them on social media somewhere? Or?
If you Google it, it'll come up anywhere.
Okay.
We're on Spotify, Apple Music.
And tell me the name of that. I'm going to look it up here.
Goat Hill Massacre.
All right, I'll look it up here and put it here in just a few minutes. All right, and you guys play a lot of heavy metal? Is that what you? Okay.
Yeah. I think our closest sounding band we would be associated with would be maybe a mix of Death Clock and Lamb of God.
Okay. Yeah, super heavy stuff, right? Yeah. which is cool, man. I my relatives, I told you I'm originally from South Texas in San Antonio. And I mean, we grew up with heavy metal, we grew up with that. And then and Tejano music, which is very popular down in South Texas. And then just as we got older, like some of us, got out of that vibe and some stayed in it, right? Like, I mean, it, again, but that's it's very, very popular, very popular music. So
there's actually a band from San Antonio called Upon a Burning Body.
Okay.
They mix both Tejano music and
is that right? Nice. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, that is cool, huh? Yeah, we definitely got to see we can look them up as well. But yeah. So let's go over to the next scene here, and if you would, I'm going to share your Facebook here, Joe, and tell us a little bit about. Kind of walk us through what we're seeing here.
So the red cabinets there, I actually call those the Burgundy cabs.
Okay.
They're they're identical. They're powered and passive. It has the ability to run standalone with like a quad cortex or a modeler, or you can run a standard amp head straight into them. They're actually loaded with PV 5150 speakers. And then they're actually mirrored if you look at them. And this customer specifically had space requirement because they're like 4 or 5 bands in this one room.
Okay.
So they don't have room to run 412s. So they challenged me with making ultra thin cabinets they could put up against the wall. So all the input jacks and everything are on the side of the amp.
Gotcha. Yeah. So again, custom built, right? Specifically for that order, the way they wanted them. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And then the red, was that just a preference for them as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they wanted red burgundy.
Yep.
With a gold grill.
Nice. Yeah, that looks great, man. That looks awesome. And tell me about, you said PV. So what are your thoughts on the PV speakers, like just in general? Because I know you use all kinds, right? But what are your thoughts on PVs?
They're definitely not my favorite, but they get the job done. Those 5150 ones, I was a bigger fan of over the Sheffield, like either 1230s or 1250s. I've had quite a bit of those in the past. They're too much like a V30, but not enough V30 at the same time.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times it becomes like people's preference, right? Like if they have that preference for them. I remember years ago I had a set of PA speakers or PVs, and I believe they were the Black Widows.
Those are probably the best ones that PV ever made.
Yeah, I mean those things lasted forever, man. 15 years, I was lugging them around from place to place, and I would use them for live music and use them for DJ and all kinds of stuff. And I mean they just lasted forever,
I actually have a first generation 412 of the V30 cab from '86.
Nice.
And they sound nothing like the new ones.
Is that right? And then this one here that we're looking at, this is actually what you brought to the studio today, right? Is this one? Okay. Nice. And custom coffin, 2x10, 900-watt bass cab loaded with an Eminence Canna bass speakers. All right. Perfect. And this is also for, for, again, custom build, right? For a specific client. Yep. Nice. All right. And continue to scroll down here. What are we looking at here?
So this is slanted 412. It's based off of the Engel XXL cab. This is 2 inches taller than a Mesa oversized cab. It's 33 inches tall. This is loaded with 2 Celestian V30s and then 2 Eminence Carnivores in an X pattern. This is actually getting shipped out to New Jersey here in like a week.
Wow. Okay. And again, what is the deal with having the different types of speakers?
So not so much rock and roll and like indie music, but with metal, you get different characteristics out of the speakers that you won't get out of just one. So you get
Oh,
a better bass response out of these two, but you get a nice high, clean, tight top end with the other two,
gotcha.
and you blend them together, and your whole overall tone. It sounds like two cabinets in one.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And again, this is the way this specific client wants them, and then you're going to diagonal them apart from each other, right?
Mhm.
So they're okay.
I actually talked him into doing the X pattern. He was going to just do straight 4V30s.
Gotcha. Okay. So then again, so if they want to get a hold of you, obviously, in your Facebook page, they could probably get a hold of you that way. But the biggest thing that I'm kind of hearing is that if they want something specifically built for them, they could get a hold of you and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. You'll also give them some feedback, right? Based on your experience, and what you've built and what you think sounds good.
Yes, sir.
And then you guys can kind of come up with something halfway, you design it, and then boom, they get what they're wanting. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
On average, what do you think? Like in particular, this one that we're looking at, how long does it take to build something like this?
If I don't have a big workload, I can usually build something like that in 2 days. If I am busy, like I have been this last couple of weeks, it takes me a couple weeks.
Okay, so you can say, hey, just kind of depending on what's going on, right?
Yeah.
I'll have it for you either this date or that date or okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then, man, this is just a funny question I'm thinking about, but to ship this, especially in New Jersey.
Let's just say I don't have a kidney anymore.
Yeah. Hauling that thing around. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty heavy, right? What do you think that thing weighs?
It's not as bad as you think. I think that thing probably weighs 105 pounds.
Okay. Okay.
So,
but then do you put it like in a crate or something? Or are you doing like
boxes with all of the Sweetwater wrap that I can find in my house?
Yeah. Nice. Make sure it gets there safe, right?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. And then you'll just ship out like via UPS or something like that, or FedEx or something. Yeah.
I typically work with FedEx. Although I'm a little grumpy with them because they lost one of my packages that I just sent out.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that horrible?
Yeah. Luckily it was just a head shell. It wasn't a loaded cabinet.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not as painful.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, right? It's like, hey, losing something. All right. And then this picture here. Oh, I think I might have clicked on somebody's Facebook, but is this one of yours?
Yeah. That's a wrecking ball. That's a 4x8, 1x15, and it's split. So the 4/8s run as one cab and the 15 runs as a second. So you have the best of both worlds there with your EQ and your bass amp.
Okay.
I think that's a 1700 watt 1700 watt cabinet.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's hard to see in that picture, but it is Louis Vuitton Hello Kitty vinyl.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Again, that she probably specifically wanted that, right? Was looking for it. Yeah. And who is this? Do you know who this is?
That's Gilly in the Mist.
Okay.
And then in the bottom corner there, the little white cabinet is also one of mine. That's the fatty cab I was talking about.
Nice.
That's like my flagship model.
Is that right? Yeah. You sell a lot of those?
Yeah.
Nice.
I designed that cabinet to sound and feel like a 412 in a 212 setting. So you're not lugging around a 412.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Let me get back here. All right. And then let's see here. Man, I love the colors. The colors is cool. Yeah. And so you're using LEDs? Is that what? Okay. Nice.
This one's actually my cabinet.
Okay.
This is, call this the Guide Hammer. It's 100% a one-off custom of a Behemoth. That's a different one of my designs. This is loaded with 2 Eminence Carnivores on the outside. And then on the inside, there's an internal, what is it called? It's an SC10 Eminence speaker. It's like the Canna bass. It's a bass light, and it's a down-firing internal 10-inch speaker to those ports. So with my low-tuned 8-string guitar, this thing rumbles and feels and is just amazing.
Huh. Interesting.
I definitely designed it for low-tuned instruments.
So you're doing like a drop D or drop C or something like that? Or
I'm in double drop E.
Okay.
I have a standard tuned guitar on that. I have a drop tuned A, and then I have a drop tuned E string. So I have 3 E strings on that guitar.
Wow. Okay. Cool, man. That's awesome. See, that's what I love about music, right? You learn something all the time, no matter what, no matter where you're at. Okay. And then what am I looking at here? Is this
That's the same cabinet.
Okay.
So I just bought that KSR because I'm switching from running my high dollar tube amps live to running this with a modeler. And I modeled my nice tube amps.
Nice.
I actually made the cabinet to match the KSR.
Wow, man. This is cool stuff. Yep. All right. And
that's the same cabinet before I painted it.
Yep. Just kind of a back view here, right? Of what that looks like. Now, I talked earlier, I was asking, like, in terms of wood, what do you find that you use a lot of or works better for you, or what are you using?
So that cabinet right there, what I like to use is MDF for the shell. And then I use birch for the back panel and then the baffle. I use the MDF because it's all one big piece of wood when you glue it together, where when you dovetail birch, you have all the different layers going back and forth, and it doesn't resonate as well.
Okay. So there's a specific reason why you're building it that way, right? Okay.
I do a lot of acoustic math when I design these cabinets, so there's not weird resonant frequencies in them. Gotcha. I even do the math for where the ports go, so you can kind of tune the cabinet a little bit. So this has got two of my fatty cabs. The top black one's a slant face, and the green one in the corner is a straight face. And then the big white one's a behemoth that I was talking about.
Okay.
That also has the internal 10-inch speaker. That one has a Neo Creamback and a Carnivore in it. The top cabinet has two DV77s in it. And then my green cabinet there, that's actually my snakeskin cabinet with my high dollar tube head.
That looks nice, man. Look at that. That is awesome.
That has a Carnivore and a Haisu Demon in it.
Yeah. And then so this is, I'm not familiar with crank amplifications.
They were really, really big in the early 2000s. Like Dimebag Darrell endorsed them right before all that stuff went down.
Yep.
That's actually his signature crank.
And so it's high gain, right? Super high gain type amp.
It's based off of the Soldano SL or Slow 100.
Okay.
With an extra gain stage in it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm really getting excited, man. I got to go hear you at some point in time. All right, let's see here. And this is probably another group that you made a cab for.
So that's Gilly in the Mist and Sully Omar from and Max Smith and Eli Eternal. That is what is their band name? I always say it wrong. Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
That's the behemoth after Sully actually spattered it.
Nice. And these are local musicians as well. They're here playing in Denver. Yeah. Okay, nice.
That's just a big group full. So that's got the biggest cab I've made and the smallest cab I made. That little green one on the very top.
Yep.
Is a third scale of a fatty cab. It's got two 3-inch speakers in it. It's a 100-watt functional passive and powered cabinet.
Wow. Check that out, man. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's a great picture right there. Check it out of all your work, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right. And let's continue scrolling down here. What else we got here? Let's see.
So that's a fatty cab with a behemoth. This actually went to my Sweetwater rep, who's a big supporter of me, helps me out quite a bit with speakers. Big supporter of my brand.
Yep.
Yeah, he loves these things.
So you buy a lot of your stuff from yeah. I mean, Sweetwater is such a great place, right? I mean, gosh, man, I mean, why would people not want to do business with these guys, right? You go online, you find what you want, detailed pictures, right? Like they tell you the model number and all that good stuff, you know?
They have a great selection of everything I use.
Yeah, nice. And then the amp back here, it's a 5150. Is that what that?
Yeah,
it looks okay.
I sent him a bunch of badges. He loves my logo so much, so I always send him little care packages.
Yeah,
so he puts them on everything. Like I got pictures of his whole house. He's got them on the chandelier. He's got them on the wall.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tone Goat Productions right here, man. We got to definitely give a huge shout out to Tone Goat. And man, again, thank you for being here. And I'm learning a lot, you know.
Yeah. He actually helped me design that cabinet because he's like, I want a 412 size cab, but I don't want to blast people in the face with the bottom two speakers. He's like, what could we do? I'm like, we can build it so there's nothing on the bottom besides sound ports. And then after I finished building that, he's like, we should put a third speaker in it. I'm like, I like this.
Nice. You're like, sure, I can do that. And then the gold mesh that you're using here, is that another one of your signature type products that you use, or just based
what
on
people keep wanting.
just what they want, right? Man, that looks so cool. Look at that. Yeah, that looks really, really awesome, man, with the gold and the black,
Oh yeah. Actually has chrome gold corner caps on that too.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, we can't see them in this picture, but oh, nice. And then here,
that's Sully again.
Okay.
That's the same exact setup, just different font. He's got a fatty on the top with the behemoth on the bottom. He's running a KSR with his quad cortex.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you're running a low tune guitar like that, having that 10-inch bass speaker inside, because it is a bass speaker, it really helps brighten up and tighten up the low end. So you don't get a lot of this awkward flub you see a lot of live musicians have.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more pictures of it.
Nice, man. Look at this. And so Joe, how long have you been doing this? Has it been like the last decade or longer, or what do you?
So I officially started with the LLC for this last year in June.
Okay.
It's been 1 year since I started building cabinets.
Nice, man. Congratulations, man. This is awesome. And it's going good for you so far?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I actually have a backlog right now of cabinet orders.
There you go. That's the position you want to be in, right? Like you want to have a backlog to say, hey, I'll get to you as soon as possible, but guess what? Business is good, you know? And that's awesome. And again, local, ladies and gentlemen, right here to the Denver, Colorado area, actually Thornton, right? Thornton area. So, all the musicians out there and everybody who, watches my channel and Flashjam people, if you're looking for something custom that you want to build yourself, I mean, right here, this is a great opportunity. You get a hold of Joe, get on his website and talk to him about what you're thinking, talk to him about what you're thinking and what you want to get made. And I'm pretty sure he can make it for you.
Yeah. So that's actually that internal baffle inside the behemoth cab. You see it's got the two long sound ports too to help carry through from the top two 12s.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that last cabinet's actually my bass player's cab. It's got a 2 8s, 2 10s, and a 15.
Is that this one right here?
No, that's actually the Hello Kitty one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that household has 8 of my cabinets in it, and they just ordered right? 2 more.
Nice. keep them coming. Keep them coming. Definitely keep them coming, man, for sure. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at this guy here. What is it? Oh, this looks like it's like a paint splatter. Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he does his own spatters on his cabinets. I haven't done that for him. I think he used ramen to make that pattern on this one.
So you built it, sent it out to him, and then he customized as far as the paint. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So is that something else that you could do where if somebody has some other idea that they want to do, then you send it to them basically raw, or you can send them to them like unfinished, right? Basically. Yeah. That way, if they have some other idea of what they're going to put on it. Yeah. Man, I like the snakeskin one. That one. Oh my God. That's nice.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That is so cool. And then, yeah, just another one here with some different portholes. And then what are we looking at here? Let's see.
So this is the power amp I was talking about. So this little speaker here has a removable baffle. So he has it in a 112 setup right now, or it goes to a 1x8.
Okay.
And then that little white thing there is a 100-watt power amp. The little white switch there, if you push that in, you can run it as a regular guitar cab.
Wow.
With your amp.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man.
Get my dovetails here.
Right at work, in production mode. Check it out. That is cool.
That was really sketchy, by the way. Trying to hold my phone and run the router.
At the same time.
That last picture with the hamsters inside, that made me giggle. I've sent that around to a couple people. I'm like, you want to know why my cabinets sound good? I was like, this is the secret. And I sent them that picture.
Nice. Heck yeah, they're jamming in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice, man. All right, let's see here. And this is...
That's another fatty cab. That's a slant. Yeah. And that's one of my cranks on the top. I think I have 6 of them right now. I think I just sold one, so I had 7.
Yeah.
I lose track of how many amps and cabinets I have. I'm not gonna lie.
And then so essentially, if somebody wants like the full blown setup, they're like, hey, I want the amp and the cab. Then that's what you're doing. You're distributing that for them as well and getting it out to them. Yeah. Huh. Okay. And then let's see this one here with the lights on the bottom.
That's one of the Behemoth cabs. That's actually the same one from earlier with the gold grate. He changed his mind halfway through my build, so I accommodated. I'm very, very flexible.
Nice.
So I actually took this to my buddy's studio to do testing on both of these to see which one sounded better in the studio environment with mics and room mic and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I am constantly doing acoustic testing on all these cabinets.
Nice. In terms of in terms of the amp location, right? I mean, obviously when you're amplifying amps and stuff, obviously that's a big deal as well. But in your experience, have you learned that the position of where you mic it also makes a difference, like a big difference? Yeah.
So I actually cheat live because I use a 2-notes torpedo.
Okay.
So it takes all the guesswork out of that because you can. I like the 2 notes because you can physically go on the app and you can move the mic around. How you figure out what sounds really good. You can change the speakers. You can change the cab.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Nice. And that was gonna be my next question. So you do have a TikTok, right, where you have some of your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just share most of that on my own TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. No, and what I like to do is I'll definitely, put links to your Facebook. Do you have a website by chance?
I don't, unfortunately, right now.
So majority of your stuff where people can get a hold of you, they'll go through Facebook, right? Because they get a message or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, Facebook or Instagram. I'm very responsive.
Okay. And on your Instagram, is it pretty similar to this as well, where you have a lot of your pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pretty much share whatever's on both.
On both, yeah.
So that's actually the amp head I sold. I set it up with I rewrapped it with a red snakeskin, and then I did the tube covers in red. And I did a little mod there too. We travel a lot with our band, and I've noticed if I don't have those spring retainers on those tubes, they like to rattle loose.
Okay.
And it's not a good night.
Yeah. There could be some problems there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this is the other thing too, is that, some of my guests that I have that, follow the channel, obviously follow and they support music, but a lot of times, and we get deep into that conversation sometimes where I'm like, hey, it matters about what amp you have, what cab you have, what guitar you have, electronics, what all that stuff, right? Talk to us a little bit about tube amps. If you could give just a general synopsis so people understand what tube amps are and kind of your experience with that.
I'm gonna sound like a bad guy right now. Tube amps are 100% the best sounding amplifiers. I have both. I have solid states, and I have like legendary of the RG100ES Randalls, and I said Randalls. I have multiple of them.
Yep.
They sound pretty good for solid states, but a tube amp is way more dependable, and when you need the power, it's there. They're pretty low maintenance. Like a set of tubes costs a little bit of money. If you invest in it, it's like anything with music. If you invest in it, it'll return the favor.
Sure.
I'm a big fan of the JJ tubes. I've recently switched to the Electro Harmonics higher end tubes for the powers, and I'm still running the JJs for the preamp tubes. Although my KSR doesn't have preamp tubes, it's only a tube power amp.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a big wormhole because I work on tube amps too.
Yeah.
I work on pretty much any kind of amp.
Okay. So if somebody has one that needs repairs or needs to have the tubes replaced, that's something you can do as well. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. That's good to know.
And if I can't fix it, I will send you to the right guy he's a little pricey, but he's worth the money.
Yeah. I tell you, a few years ago, because I've been here in Colorado now, going on 15 years. And my uncle had come down from Texas, and what we like to do is we'll go around to pawn shops and play and just go, bargain shop. Anyways, we found this guy. You may know him, but he was an older guy, kind of an electronic person, downtown Denver. It's like a weird warehouse type place, and man, he had all kinds of tube stuff. Tubes and amps, and all the electronics that that's what he did.
Oh yeah.
And it was amazing just to find that. And he's talking about, well, I can do this and I can do that and I can plug this in and plug. We're like, wow, we're just looking for some tubes, man.
Yeah, we just need some stuff, man.
Yeah. He's like, well, I can get this, I can get that, and in this storage room, I forget his name, but man, it was what a great guy to meet, man. All right, awesome. Yeah, well, look at all this, man. I mean, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Tone Go Cabinets, based out of Thornton, Colorado, and there's also an email here. tonegoatcabs@gmail.com. You can get a hold of them that way. If you want to put in a special order, if you want something custom made, I mean, right here, man, this is a great place to go and find. Now, somebody who's not into heavy metal, and maybe they just, maybe they're playing rock, they're playing in a cover band that plays 90s, stuff like that, and they want just kind of a general all-around type cab. Okay. What would you recommend on something like that?
For that, I would say they're probably going to want a 212 more than a 412, but I would load that with Celestian creambacks, probably the N's over the H's.
Gotcha.
And I'm actually building a custom one of the little guy there, not the tiny one, but the other one.
Yep.
It's going to be a 1x10 with 2 3s, and it's only going to be ran with a built-in power amp, and the guy's running a Martin D1. So he's got some kind of piezo pickup in it now.
Nice. So Joe, a little trivia for you, and I know you've already said it, but this Vox cab right here behind you, what's in there? It's an AC15 head and 212, I believe.
Are they greenbacks or creambacks?
Greenbacks.
25s?
Yep.
Nice.
That thing is, I picked it up. Actually, we were talking about in San Antonio. I picked it up in San Antonio a few years ago. And do you remember the place Sam Ash?
Mm-hmm.
They were going out of business. I
love that store, man.
I know, that was such a cool place. And I ran in there on a weekend that we were getting ready to head out, and I found this head. And I mean, for like nothing, I was like, I got to take it. So I brought the head back with me on the airplane.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, I'll find the cab, and so they're both brand new. I haven't even really played them, man,
Nice.
So
yeah, the greenbacks are really, really nice. In my opinion, if they were more powerful, I would run them because they have the characteristics of the V30, like the nice bitey tone.
Yep.
But they have the real creamy creamback tone to them. But they're too underpowered for most of the stuff I own.
Gotcha.
So I can't really use them because I'll blow them out.
You'll blow them out. Yeah. So in terms of that, and as you're talking about that and blowing stuff out, like what are some of the things that people really need to be careful with in terms of that, right? Like if you put too much power to something, and in terms of ohms and that kind of stuff, could you give us any feedback on that?
If you're going to own an amplifier, please figure out how to figure out the ohms matching. I've seen a lot of people run a 4 ohm head into an 8 ohm cabinet, which isn't the most terrible thing if it's like one time as like gigging, but running a 4 ohm into a 16 ohm cabinet, you are 100% going to blow up the speakers, and you're going to blow up capacitors in the head. A lot of people have a misunderstanding that it's only going to damage the cabinet. It's going to damage the cabinet and the amplifier.
And both, right? So you'll damage both all your gear that you have there. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's the big one there. And understanding RMS versus peak. Like this is an 1800 watt peak bass cabinet. So you could run 1,000 watt amplifier head into it, only being 900 watts, and not going full bore with it, you'll be fine. You won't blow either one of them up. So you have a little bit of leeway there.
Gotcha.
And the other misconception I like is having too powerful of an amp or cabinet with not a powerful enough head. That's a bunch of baloney. Like I run a 40 watt solid state little mini head all the time into like that. Yeah.
So you can go the opposite then, and it's probably safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can always run an underpowered amplifier in an overpowered cabinet without damaging either one. But if you go like a 800 watt head into a 100 watt cabinet, you're going to blow the cabinet.
You're going to blow it out. Yeah. Wow, man. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to send a shout out to my Uncle Chewy out there, Jesse Oliva in San Antonio. And hopefully he'll get to watch this because he is all on board with everything you're talking about. every time I go and buy something, I'm always calling him to make sure, hey, is this going to work? Is this going to work with this? To be sure, because again, he's been doing it for a long time too, longer than I have. And, but yeah, just like you, man, you know that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when I bought these two, I wanted to be sure for sure that they were going to work with each other, the AC-15 with the, with the cab and everything. So, but it's one thing that, now that with gigs, and we gig a lot, we're probably gigging 3 or 4 times a month, sometimes more. And, just lugging around stuff, becomes kind of a pain, so then you try to condense a little bit more. I have a solid state katana that I use, that small 10, but that thing is so powerful, and it's enough for what we're doing, right? Like it just
Those are actually one of the better solid state amps on the market.
Yeah. And I have 2 of them. I have the big boy, the 100 and the 50, but yeah, the 50 is just like, it's more than enough power, Yeah. I had somebody tell me one time too, a sound guy, he's like, can we turn that amp down? I'm like, really? This little 50 katana, like it's a solid state. He's like, yeah, but man, it's loud,
Yeah, no, the crank amps I used to run on stage.
Yeah.
They are all or nothing. So you get to that sweet spot, it's like 2 or 3 in the volume. And most sound guys are pulling their hair out. They're like, please. I'm like, I can't go any lower.
Yeah, that's it.
But that is one of the beauties of that 2 notes torpedoes that I use.
Yep.
It's an attenuator. So if I'm too loud, I can just attenuate down so I don't have as much stage volume.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't affect our in-ear rig because we're sending signals straight to front of house.
Right.
So it doesn't affect any of that.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Before I forget, Joe, I wanted to take a look at, you said Goat Hill Massacre, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? Facebook page?
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
So we've been on a little bit of a lull because we just recorded another album.
Okay.
This video is from when we went down to
Hey everybody, Goat Hill Massacre here. We're here in Shiprock, New Mexico. About to play at The Mod. We're here in support of Signal 99. It's a stacked lineup with 8 bands, so make sure to come out and get some Massacre.
Nice.
Hey everybody, Goat Mod. We're here in support of Signal 99. It's a stacked.
We make Andre talk for everything.
Yeah. So here's the band. You got, is he the...
Yeah, he's a vocalist.
Vocalist, okay.
There. We got Josh on that side. Danielle's actually our drummer, my wife.
Oh, wow. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. All right.
And then the other side is our bass player, also Josh.
So Josh, and then Danielle, just your wife. She plays drums.
Yes, sir.
Nice. All right. Cool. And then your singer, what was his name again?
Andre.
Okay. Nice. And then yourself. Wow. Cool. I got to go check you guys out, man. What do you guys got going on anytime soon? Are you playing anywhere or?
I think our next booked show is in October.
Okay.
We just played that festival in Lafayette. It was kind of a festival. They're leading up to a festival. They're building funds to do a really big barbecue and music festival.
Gotcha. This is Quest for the Fest too?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a event I'm actually going to sponsor with a backline.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
I don't know what the random QR code is.
It's for something, man. Let's scan it. See, we get it entered into a contest or something.
That, Quest for the Fest.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
This is her in the studio, actually. Probably just a feet.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, well, maybe what we'll do next time is we'll get your wife on here as well. We can talk to her because I totally didn't know that. But that, again, I love to, the big thing about, having this podcast and this channel, the Local Vibe podcast, is about interviewing local musicians, so that's kind of my main thing. I love to talk to musicians that are local to the area. And, yeah, man, definitely been to, some heavy metal concerts and stuff. And if you get a chance to check out my podcast, you can go back and take a look at some of the episodes that I had. I had a young band in here by the name of Raphilia.
Okay.
And man, they jammed out. They came in here, they were just jamming, dude.
I like that.
Young kids, all like 18. I think the oldest might have been like 19, and they're like, yeah, man, we got to bring heavy metal back and we got to make it lit. And I'm like, yeah, dude. And so I brought them in and they jammed out here and I got to talk to them about their gigs and stuff.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just cool kids, and it brought back a lot of memories for me. And I was even talking to this about my uncle, and I was like, man, you remember? He's like, yeah, that's the way we started. We were kids, and And so, anyways, funny story. They came in and and I was talking to them, and we got along so great. And they're like, I was like, hey, do you guys need anything? And they're like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, I know you guys are just starting out, and you guys are practicing. Anyway, so I ended up giving them a mixer that I had. I had an extra mixer. Nice. It's like, here, guys, take this, man. Like, go jam with it, And they were so excited, dude. They're like, oh, this is cool. We're gonna take it to their practice room and jam out with it. So, but yeah, man, it's all about supporting local musicians. Supporting local musicians, but.
We've always been pretty big on that too since we started. We changed our band name in 2016. It was originally me and Andre because he used to play bass. He still does play bass sometimes in our band.
Okay.
We started that in 2007. So been playing with him for a long time.
Check out this picture right here, man. Wow, look at this thing, huh? Nice. Nice. Danielle's over there triple bassing, man. Double bassing, triple bassing.
She is the thunder.
Nice. Heck yeah, man. I'm glad I met you guys. And like I said, glad you came down here to the studio. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about, Joe, or kind of mention to anyone that's out there that might be listening? Like I said, that we'll get this on YouTube, and any shout outs or anything like that you'd like to talk about? Or
shout outs wise, I'd like to shout out my buddy Sully. He's our current band manager for one. He's a really good friend, very, very supportive customer. They said I think they have 6 or 7, 8. I've lost count how many cabinets those two have bought, and it's in their house right now.
Nice.
And statement wise, I'd say even if you don't want to buy a cabinet, or you're just interested, or you have a question, reach out to me.
Okay.
Because I'll talk speakers with you. I'll talk Ohm's Law. I'll talk anything you want.
Nice. Heck yeah. Well, and I think that's the other thing that's really nice about that is that, again, people can call you, be like, hey man, here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I want. And and you can talk to them about it, As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. So I want one of those snake cabinets, man. That thing is freaking awesome, awesome. But yeah, no, Joe, I appreciate it. And before we go, I definitely want to talk and set out a few shout outs myself to a couple of my sponsors. And these guys have been there for me since day one. So I definitely want to, spend a little bit of time and talk about, number one, Event and Airport Transportation LLC. So let me put this video on here for you real quick. And let's see here. Yeah, so there is Event and Airport Transportation LLC, and check it out, Joe, man. This guy is he's got some amazing vehicles, and what he does is he basically goes out and picks people up, takes them around the city, takes them to their destination. He does Red Rocks, so he'll do like private Red Rocks shuttles, or people want to go see some concerts and they don't have to worry about driving or tailgating, that kind of stuff. He does all that. He's got some amazing vehicles. He's got some vans. He's got some Mercedes. He's got some party vans, some SUVs, all kinds of really cool stuff. Nice. And is partnered with the Local Vibe podcast. So again, he's been there since day one. Want to send a huge shout out to my buddy Ernesto. You can get a hold of him at www.limolimo.limo, and then also 720-699-1575. Thank you, Ernesto. Appreciate that. All right, man. And then also want to send a shout out to another gentleman that I've been, had the privilege to meet over the last few years. and talk about doing a lot of stuff for the local community right here. Flashjam, Discover Your Celebrity. This guy goes out and puts on events at various venues and allows people to come in and perform on songs. They get a set list of songs. They can play bass, they can play guitar, they can do vocals, drums, whatever, and goes around the city and does this. And it's been going strong for like the last 4 years. And I met them in episode 1. I met Jim in episode 1. And also a huge sponsor to and a supporter of the Local Vibe podcast. So definitely want to thank him as well, Jim. Appreciate all your support and everyone who has been there since day one. Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming in. Appreciate the time that we were able to spend here. And I will put all your social medias, your website, all that good information on the YouTube channel, so that way people can get a hold of you and hopefully get you some more business,
I appreciate it.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, right here live in the studio, and got some great products. Send some business his way. Get a custom cab built for you. And I know that's what I'm going to do for sure.
Say the powered ones are also Bluetooth speakers.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. See, even better, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody can convince the wife for a Bluetooth speaker. It's a very powerful Bluetooth speaker, very, very powerful. You can do a lot more with it. But anyways, all right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll catch you for sure on the next one. So, yeah, see you guys later. Thank you.